I call this meeting of CDAC to order at 5:32 p.m. Will the secretary please do roll call?
Certainly. Tammy Ray, Margaret Wilson, James Martin, Megan Bualda,
Present.
Amina Shakir. Amina, you're on mute.
Amina,
Okay. Candace Howell, Tiffany Burns,
Tiffany,
You there, Tiffany?
okay.
I think she's having some audio issues. Betsy Foner
Present.
and Chelsea Vieira. Oh, I think Chelsea's frozen.
Yes, she froze.
Am I open?
Okay, there she
There
is.
you go. There you are.
Thank you,
Amina.
Amina. Thank you.
Here, must be roll call.
Yes,
Here
it's
I-
roll call.
Okay, thanks. Sorry.
Did you need Chelsea to repeat because she froze? Did you want her to?
I
She's on
am
mute.
present.
Oh, there
Yes,
you go.
yes,
Thank you.
now.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, we do have a quorum. Is there a motion to approve tonight's agenda?
I make the motion to approve tonight's agenda.
Okay, thank you.
Second.
Is there a motion to approve the minutes from the April 22nd meeting?
I make a motion to approve April 22nd minutes.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay.
Aye. Yep.
We'll now have citizen comments on non-agenda items.
There are no citizen comments at this time.
Okay, thank you. Hearing none, we'll move to old business. New CDAC member orientation training.
Thank you. Jamie,
IT, could I please be allowed to share my screen? Thank you.
okay, so give me a minute here. So I'm having some problems now with the small part of it. Okay, so good evening and welcome to our new member orientation and citizen overview. And next slide. This evening, we will be orientating our new members and providing a synopsis for our citizens on the governance of our Community Development Act Advisory Committee. Our objective overview is of roles and goals of the committee. Our actual committee flow chart for CDAC is starts with the City of Kalamazoo, the CDAC chair, the CDAC vice chair, and we have 3 committees: the nominating Committee, Affordable Housing Committee, and our Targeted Neighborhood Revitalization Committee. Our roles and responsibilities for CDAC. It starts with to work with the City of Kalamazoo Community Investment Division staff to advise the City Commission on matters pertaining to community development within the City of Kalamazoo, to assist community investment staff in the development of both the Consolidated Plan and Action Plan that identifies community development priorities for the city. The Consolidated Plan is completed once every 5 years, and the annual action plan is completed annually. And the action plan actually addresses the priorities annually. Roles and responsibilities continue, and that's to manage the annual competitive process established by Community Investment Division staff to allocate federal funds, to make recommendations to the City Commission on the expenditure of Community Development Block Grant, which is known as our CDBG, a Home Investment Program, which is known as our HOME, regarding federal housing dollars on an annual basis, to promote the community development activities within the city, with special attention to the neighborhoods containing concentrations of low and moderate income households. To ensure citizen participation in all phases of the federal allocation process, and to actively participate in the Consolidated Plan and Action Plan public hearings and special meetings, the budget allocation, public hearings, the pre-submission training workshops, and other special meetings as applicable. To refrain from using social media or other communication methods to discuss and or voice opinions about CDAC affairs during the funding decision cycle without committee consent, and to perform such other duties and functions assigned by the City Commission. Moving on to integrity. It is so important that behaving with integrity as a committee in or committee member
Totally agree.
is vital.
Yep.
As a committee in or member, you have agreed to be a partnering steward with the City of Kalamazoo Community Investment Division and are accountable for your actions. As part of your role, you need to set a standard for conduct, which can be mirrored. Failure to act with integrity could have major damaging implications for the reputation of the committee, city, and the citizens that you serve. Effectiveness. Strong leadership. You will possibly need to do a couple of clicks on this one, Jamie. But effectively run committees are more likely to be able to secure and retain the commitment and the enthusiasm of all members. So this has to make the organizing committee work effectively as a high priority. So when we talk about strong leadership, the chairman has clear visibility of the committee's work and leads in planning how and when their responsibilities will be carried out. The next is effective meetings. Meetings are well planned with advanced papers, a clear agenda, and agreed guidelines for how decisions are managed. Minutes are taken with note to agreed actions to be taken forward. When it comes to delegation, the committee chair is responsible for delegating a subcommittee as appropriate to make efficient use of time and skills. The last is broad involvement. All committee members are encouraged to make active contributions to meetings and are willing and able to take on responsibility regarding actions as appropriate to their skills and expertise. Overseeing the work of the committee. The committee chair needs to have a good understanding at a strategic level of the work that the committee is doing. This includes an awareness of the vision, values, and mission, strategic and operational plans, staffing, monitoring, and evaluation relating to committee work. The committee chair also has a responsibility to present reports of the committee's work of community investment in our city commission upon request. Flexibility. The role of CDAC members may vary according to the size and nature of the organization. However, all committee members are individually committing to upholding the values and objectives of the organization, giving adequate time and energy to the duties of being a trustee, determining award amounts allocated for affordable housing, and of course, once again, acting with integrity and avoiding or declaring personal conflicts of interest. Decision-making. CDAC, in partnership with community investment, is responsible for making major strategic decisions that are in the best interest of citizens served. Making big decisions, a number of steps are involved, including some of or all of the following. Information, ensuring the committee has read or heard all relevant information. The goal, what is the aim? And is it consistent with the need of targeted population? Agreement on the goal is a crucial stage in this decision-making process. Choices. What choices are available to and what are the constraints? The plan, how do we achieve our goal? What are the steps and what resources do we need in this decision-making process to accomplish our targeted goal? Transparency and accountability. You are in partnership with the City of Kalamazoo, community the Community Investment Division, and must be able to demonstrate accountability by being able to produce an accurate and verifiable record of your decisions and determine awards for applicants. Such a record will show allocations in the award determination process. Moving on to segregation of duties. While the City of Kalamazoo and Community Investment Division retain all responsibility for allocation of HUD funds. It is acceptable for the city to delegate certain tasks to CDAC to ensure that neighborhood voices are heard. You are the voices of the neighborhoods that you serve. However, it is not good practice for all tasks associated with the affordable housing allocations to be performed by the committee without adequate supervision from the City of Kalamazoo Community Investment Division. This is not a matter of not trusting. It is about safeguarding the City of Kalamazoo from fraud and protecting city staff from possible allegations. What is the role of the chair? The role of the committee chair is scheduling committee meetings, coordinating with the City of Kalamazoo Community Investment Division by ensuring meetings are ordered accordingly to the bylaws, providing leadership and ensuring all agenda items are attended to in the allocated time. What is the role of the vice chair? The role of the vice chair is to assume the duties of the chair in his or her absence. Moving from the roles and responsibility to our citizen participation plan. Pursuant to Section 104A of the Housing and Community Development Act of 1974, the City of Kalamazoo shall provide for and encourage citizen participation in all federal funded programs of federal funding that is received by the city. Targeted neighborhoods. In this area, particular emphasis will be placed on participation in regards to the following groups: low or moderate income persons, persons who are residents of slum or blighted areas, persons who live in low and moderate income neighborhoods, minorities and non-English speaking persons, persons with disabilities, and residents of assisted housing development. We currently have a number of core neighborhoods that would be the North Side, the East Side, Divine, Edison, and the Douglas Fairmount area. All of these individuals and groups are the primary beneficiaries and targeted population of our federal funded programs. Purpose. The purpose of the Citizen Participation Plan is to ensure maximum citizen participation and involvement in the development of the city's consolidated plan and action plan, and all substantial amendments to these plans. Public information and access to reports. The city will make available to citizens, public agencies, and other interested parties information which relates to the consolidated plan, including the amount of assistance the city anticipates receiving, the range of activities that may be undertaken, including the estimated amount that will benefit persons of low and moderate income, and the city's use of assistance under the programs covered by our federal funding. notice of meetings, public hearings, and comment periods. Notice of an opportunity to comment at a public hearing or a meeting, at a minimum, will be published in the local newspaper of general circulation at least 15 days prior to any public hearing on the consolidated plan, the annual plan, and citizen participation plan. The same process will be followed regarding substantial amendments for any of these plans. Public hearings. At least one public hearing will be held by CDAC for the purpose of soliciting community comments on all plans. All hearings will be held at a location which is centrally located within the community and accessible to persons with mobility impairments, and of course now during COVID via Zoom. Public comments. Any and all interested parties will be given the opportunity to comment and provide input, both verbally and in writing, on all plans. A minimum of 30 days will be provided for public comment on the consolidated plan, the annual plan, and the annual action plan. The same will be for any substantial amendments for these plans. At least 15 days will be provided for public comment for our annual consolidated annual performance and evaluation report, which is known as the CAPER. And the same will be done for our citizen participation plan. Any substantial amendments will follow the same process. Complaints and technical assistance. All written complaints will be maintained on file and responded to in writing by a community planning and development staff member within 15 working days whenever practical. The Community Planning and Development Department will respond to all reasonable requests for technical assistance or information by community groups, applicants for funding, citizen advisory boards, and sub-recipient organizations. Anti-displacement policy. Under the Residential Anti-Displacement and Relocation Assistance Plan of 1991, the City of Kalamazoo is committed to minimizing the involuntary and permanent displacement of residents as a result of federal assisted projects. While no displacement is expected as a result of our projects that are being proposed, the city is prepared to assist residents found to be inadvertently displaced. Affirmative furthering fair housing rule. The Community Planning and Development Department will consult with other public and private agencies that provide assisted housing, health services, social services, including those focusing on services to children, elderly persons, persons with disabilities, persons with HIV, AIDS, and their families, and homeless persons. Community Planning and Development will also consult with community-based and regionally based organizations that represent protected class members in organizations that enforce fair housing laws when preparing both the AFH and the consolidated plan. I would like to take this time to thank you for your patience and your attention. At this point, I will turn it back over to CDAC.
Thanks, Vanessa. That was our only old business, and we don't have any new business. Are there any communications or member reports or staff updates? Okay,
No.
hearing none, we'll now hear citizen comments on agenda items.
There are no citizen comments at this time.
Okay, thank you. We have now reached the end of our agenda. May I please have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I second.
Thank you, ladies. This meeting is adjourned at 5:58 p.m.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Everybody
Thank
have
you.
a great day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Everybody have a great holiday weekend.
Yep. Be
Bye.
safe.
Hi, everybody.
Yep. Be safe.
Bye.
Bye.
What do you mean holiday weekend? Memorial Day, baby. Today's holiday? Monday, baby. There's no school on Monday. So tomorrow's Friday, and then